one of the things that we're having now is that it's almost as if the bad news for the last 8 to 10 years has been so consistent, and this drumbeat, whether it's with the terrorist attacks here or with the wars that our country's been involved in, and now people are then seeing their own economic house fall apart. It's almost as if you can't escape from it anymore. And what happens is that if it's like if you're sitting in the room with one snake for a day, you can kind of ignore it, and you can be in the other corner, and you can be on the couch, or you can, put a blanket over it. But if you're in a room with 50 snakes for 50 days, you're going to have to start to learn how to face them and how to live with them. And I think that is exactly what's going on. There's so many problems that now people are saying, well, wait a sec. I can't just shut off my mind from this. Can't shut off my mind from any of these questions. I want to start looking at this stuff. What would you tell? I mean, what would you tell me? What would you tell the individual?
To you personally, I would say this. In front of you, with your talent and with your young life and energy that you have and your professionalism, I think you can make a beautiful impact on humanity by creating a media about what is happening today.
But I'm saying I don't understand this interconnectedness in my own life on a daily basis yet. I don't. I think that what I'm saying is that for me, in my day-to-day existence, I understand the things that I'm viscerally, immediately, in an immediate space connected to. And so, I mean, do you think it's a spiritual practice? Do you think that it's a kind of broader understanding of the world? I mean, what is it that I'm saying? What is it that an individual can do to make this understanding complete?
No, I'm speaking about it from the perspective of science. There is no spirituality here. I'm an expert in cybernetics, which is a science of systems, systems of government, of management. And out of these systems, when we study a closed system, where all the parts are like cogwheels, all connected and tied to each other, a wheel can't move however it wants. You can't turn yourself only with respect to your kin. You have to move with the whole system, the global one. That's the meaning of being in a global crisis. Meaning we have a global plight. We're all connected, but we can't get along. We're all stopping, like wheels stopping the others. We are stopping each other from moving, and everyone's affecting this way of everyone else. So how do we move in harmony? That's our problem. That's the regulator. This is the valve that we want to fight, the regulator we want to fight. Economists and the crisis isn't just in economy, it's in culture, in education, in science, in family life with drugs and depression. In every area of human engagement, there's a crisis. And it's all because of this lack of right connections between us.
Here's a kind of broader question, which is, to you, in seeing these problems that we're talking about, what do you think the responsibility is of the artist, of the filmmaker, of the poet, of the writer?
To feel the pain of the world, and out of the pain to get to the reason why it's happening. An artist has to be a seer more than everyone, farther than everyone. Through his creation, he should explain to the world where the world is standing, the kind of tragedy, and the reason for the situation, and what could be the solution, and how to approach it. He has to open up this scene of human drama.
One of the things that's interesting to me about this idea, right, that we're in an increasingly narcissistic culture, which I think is true, is the way that technology plays into it. Because at this point, and particularly for kids who are like 16, 17, 18, you can wake up in the morning and be the kind of star in the film of your own life from morning till night, which is you're on your Facebook page where it's about you. You're using Twitter to tell everyone in the world what you are doing. and you're putting things on YouTube about yourself. That it seems like it's almost becoming a one-way dialogue with the world, which is from the individual out. And it's like anything else. When you're talking, you can't listen.
Well, yeah, it's a result of, that's why we built technology this way, because technology is a result of our egos. And it's true that today people don't have to leave their rooms, and they think they're at the top of the world. No, they're not connecting. They're not connecting. They're only allowing everyone to remain in his own shell, isolated from others, and connecting to others through a buffer that is very one-sided. I maintain my own personality, and I stay away from connecting to you. The fact that I connect to you through a wire or through a wavelength or whatever, that's no connection. The connection in the heart, the internal connection, on the contrary, it's breaking up.
What I would say is that I think that what we're talking about, because I do think that these things do allow for connection, but I think that what the question is the quality of the connection.
Well, yeah, sure. That's exactly what I'm talking about. No. Films, I think, are the only thing that can help here. The internet is a tool. It's a tool of presentation to put something up there so you can watch it, because in itself, it's heartless. The internet doesn't have anything in of itself, especially that it's bloated. People upload all kinds of stuff over there. But the films that will talk about the right connection between people, that will point to the fact that through it we can resolve the crisis in family, in our relationships with our children, with the environment. We're also about to face a serious ecological problem. We're anxious about what's going to happen. Who knows in a year or two what's going to happen? If we can resolve the problem of our connections, by that we resolve all these problems.
Alex, your latest project is What Narcissism Means to Me.
Beautiful topic for a film. Narcissism is truly the core of the problems. It is the point that the world is now revolving around.
The title comes about because of this kind of belief in modern psychology that, there is such a thing as like narcissistic wounds, where people can become so focused on themselves that the world becomes almost too painful because the rest of the world is not focused on them.